Hey guys, I thought I'd do a voiceover on this video just to add a little bit more quality for you and for myself when I watch back the footage. I just want to say I'm so blessed and grateful to be able to access, a place like this and to be able to meet so many amazing people through being here. So the first thing I'll be doing is a warm-up. This is super important as it reduces the risk of you getting an injury and for you to be in the right headspace. Next, I'll be working on my forehand change of direction as this is something I'm looking to further improve in my game. And lastly, I'll be working on my serve as this is arguably one of the most important shots in tennis, as whichever way you look at it, you will always start a point with a serve. So in this clip, I am warming up my feet and my body and even my hand-eye coordination. I'm trying to stay loose and just get the feet moving and just work on getting the ball nice and high over the net. You can see me getting a little bit annoyed here, but this is something I'm also trying to work on, as everything internally inside your head is just as, if not even more important than the external. So in this clip, I am starting to increase my racket head speed as I'm getting more comfortable on court. I'm also beginning to move my feet a little bit quicker towards the ball, even though sometimes it doesn't look like it. But I'm also using my legs to be more explosive when hitting my shots to get the ball through the court. So in this clip, I'm working on some target practice with myself. I've warmed up, I've got my eye in as well, and there's a couple of things I'm working on here. Not only just my ability to place the serve where I want to, but also my timing and the consistency of my toss. I've slowed down my serve here because I was struggling to hit the target as quickly as I would like, but more often than not, having great placement is way better than just hitting your serve hard. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of storage, which was really frustrating because after slowing myself down, I ended up hitting the target. But at the end of the day, it's about achieving my goal, and I'm happy that I was able to do that. I have tried to shoot this so many times in so many different locations, but I think I finally found the one. I am currently at the local park. And I just thought I'd park up and just talk and be honest and open about what I'm going through, and also how I'm going to work on certain things to get where I want to be. So the first thing that I would say I noticed was my psychology. And I think mentally I have always been someone that's pretty strong. I don't give up very easily at all. But I would say my negative self-talk is far too much. You know, this is coming off of the back of taking a break for a while and not playing because financially I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to pay for a membership at somewhere that would help to nurture me and my tennis and my skills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some of the processes that I'm going to be doing to be working on that, because, you know, negative self-talk can come from anywhere. It could come from even childhood, and that could be a whole can of worms for lots of people, I'm sure, but we're all trying to break that cycle, and that's something that I'm definitely trying to break as well. By no means did I have a terrible childhood, but there's things that you could maybe do differently, and certain patterns that I'm sure we'd all like to break generationally. So my mental strength is something that must improve in order for me to be able to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, whether that's in trading or even in tennis, or just life. Because, you know, the goal is to be more content. I have this mentality that nothing is ever enough, and yes, that keeps me going, but that can be painful sometimes. The next thing I noticed in my video was my weight or my body. This is not me saying that I am super unfit and I can't play, you know, lots of sets or, you know, matches or whatever it may be, because I can. But at the end of the day, it's about making it easier for yourself and me trying to stack the odds in my favor whenever I play. And me being heavier, you know, I've always been this kind of build, more muscly, I suppose, but me being heavier makes things difficult because I'm having to carry all of that extra weight around the court, and I'll be showing my workouts and things like that in the gym. Although I'm kind of lacking a bit of confidence filming in the gym because I feel like I don't want to look silly, but I think it's something that I'm gonna have to do to kind of get out of my comfort zone, and I am planning to do that this next video, so stay tuned for that. Lastly, I need to work on how efficient I'm being when I am training, because a lot of us need to work to be able to afford the training or the coaching or whatever it is that you use to access growth. And it's not about how many hours you're training, because somebody that's training 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day can see less progress than someone that's training for 3 hours a day. When you are training or you're studying or whatever it is, it doesn't have to be that you do it for hours. It's just that the time that you spend is well spent and it's well thought out on how you're going to connect where you are now and where you want to be, and rules and processes that it will take for you to achieve that. Now, I have this in my mind, but something that I'm working on personally is being able to get that down and to have it somewhere concrete, so that when I do stray off course, I can use that. I can go back to that. So this was just a little update at the end of the video on some things that I noticed and will be working on in the future. And I wanted to be honest with you guys because a lot of you are going through the same thing and maybe having some of the same struggles. I know I've changed and I know I'm improving, but I know that I have a lot of room to grow, and that excites me. That really excites me because I know I'm not done. I'm not done, not by a long stretch.